I think calling somebody a whore is called a dirty name. Yeah.
Even if they act like one, talk like one, and are one. I mean,
I don't know. How does a whore talk?
Joe,
How does a whore talk?
Well, very whorish, I guess.
Oh. So the girls, did you hear any of those girls talk before you were hollering at them?
Are you kidding me? The girls in front of his club will come out, they bare their breasts, they cuss at us, some of them hit us. We've got video on YouTube of them, scratching one of the preachers, grabbing his glasses, throwing them on the ground. I mean, yeah, absolutely, Joe.
So that's your Christian nature is to provoke other people to do things like that.
Our Christian nature causes us to tell the truth.
You provoke
the truth.
You
Joe.
go out there and intentionally provoke people to do something like that.
No. Now, why? Now, think
There's
about
a word
this.
for people
think
like
about
you
this.
in the human language. You know
What's
what it's
that?
called? Asshole.
Okay.
You're an asshole.
And when is it that you're allowed to punch or use physical violence in the course of a conversation? When is that, Joe?
When what?
Hold on, Larry. Let me just get back. I understand what we're going to get to. We already covered that when Joe came out with a mini air horn right back, right, and then you guys got tangled up or whatever. But I want to
punch me in the.
Fine. I want to get back to JP. What JP's going.
Go ahead. Sorry.
What can? And this is, I'm asking you this, what can JP do? Right? Is his homosexuality a burden he will have to bear till the day he dies, or will there be something for him?
Homosexuality is a sin, all right? It's a sin preference. I'm heterosexual, all right? I love pretty women.
Now, how do we know that?
What's that?
So you're saying that
the only women I ever seen you around, you're cussing and screaming at.
Let me just ask, Larry, so did JP choose to be homosexual? Or?
No, it's a sin preference. Some people are liars and they just lie all the time. All right, some people are thieves, some people are murderers, some people are homosexuals, some people, are fornicators, adulterers.
But he's
perverts.
saying that wasn't his preference.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You didn't choose.
No, that's
at least you don't
sin.
think.
Sin entered the world. When man sinned, when man rebelled against God, all right, then man was born in iniquity, receives a sin nature, which caused him to transgress the commands of God. That's why Christ had to come, all right, to redeem us. All right? It's not by our works. We can't redeem ourselves. We need Jesus Christ.
So that sin preference will stay with him forever?
No, absolutely not. He could be healed of it.
But
very easily,
But I see what you're saying, because I'm not promised that I'll ever be free of that. And here, actually,
and you don't think you ever will be, do you?
I don't know.
Do you think you will be ever?
I really don't know, Joe. But here's why I know. Here's why I know God is real is because listen.
Has your desire diminished?
Okay, I want to answer that, because here's how I know God is real. Because I can say, and I couldn't say this a couple years ago, but I can say that if God chooses to turn me straight, that's great. But if he doesn't, I can still live at peace and I can still be satisfied and content in him. And Joe, my evidence of that is because the homosexual attractions now are way diminished than the way they were before. And again, I have that luxury of having spent years and years struggling with that and then turning to God and watching that diminish. That's why I know God is real, and the evidence in my own life that I could go through that change is unbelievable. I'm not promised an easy life, and to respond to your prediction...
how about let's make my prediction a bet.
Now I'll do another show.
Let's make it a nice little bet.
And what's the bet? What's the bet?
We'll put a limit on it, a 2-year limit on it, right?
And
I'll bet you $1,000. $1,000.
Raise it up. Have him shut his club down. Have him shut the Mons Venus down.
You bet me $1,000?
I'll bet you 1,000. 2 years.
You don't believe in God, man. All right.
2 years.
No,
2 years.
You're going to go without.
How
had a great opportunity.
How are we gonna? Yeah. How are we gonna?
I wouldn't make any bet like that.
Lie detector.
How am I gonna?
Polygraph.
How am I going to know whether he does or not? It's really a stupid bet on my part.
But
so
Joe,
you do stupid things.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe.
You know what? He's probably going to admit it if he does. And then I'm going to tell him.
I'll tell you.
Keep your $1,000. Keep your $1,000.
Thanks.
His God is greater, all right, and able to do all that we ask or think. Okay, his God is able to deliver him. When God delivers you, he delivers you.
You can pray all day long. You're not going to get your God to get me to believe in him.
No, absolutely
I guarantee you.
It says the fool said in his heart there is no God.
No, I thought your God could overcome anything.
What's that?
He doesn't.
I thought he could overcome anything.
Joe, he doesn't force people to believe in him, though. He doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't. He kills people that doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Read
They're still alive.
It's not in the Bible.
It's the wages of sin is
I
death.
say every person that doesn't. I said he kills people for not believing. Read the Bible.
Joe, God, you have a choice.
If he does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, God kills
So
people.
what, you know.
Okay, Joe, I am.
For not believing, right?
What's that?
In the Bible, he kills people for not believing in him.
Do you guys think that Joe...
No, for not believing in him.
Do you guys
He
think
kills
that
people.
Joe one day will have an awakening and you know...
I said this last time I was here that I believe that, first of all, God loves you, and I believe is maneuvering in your life. I don't believe that me getting to know you is an accident.
Everybody loves me.
No, I would disagree with that because
Especially the
biblically,
strippers.
the Bible, Psalm 5:5 says that God hates all workers of iniquity. I can't think of a more perfect example of a worker of iniquity than this man right here. Now he is all love. He loved us while we were yet sinners. So God's love is perfect, okay, and God's hatred is pure.
But JP
all right?
brought up this
so
point.
only
Jesus
God has
would
the
be
wisdom.
hanging out with Joe,
Well,
right?
actually, hatred
Jesus was here today.
Yeah, absolutely.
So hatred is a good thing?
Yeah, you know, I love babies, therefore I hate abortion. Okay, so for me, loving babies, I would have to hate abortion. See, with pure and perfect love, God loves righteousness. He loves His children.
We're talking about
all right?
people.
He loves purity. Therefore, He hates dishonesty, lies, sin, wickedness, all right, unrighteousness.
But
JP brought up this point. If Jesus was here today, he'd be hanging out with Joe.
he hung out with the sinners. He went after.
You know what I'm saying?
He hung out with repentant sinners. So I would respectfully.
He certainly didn't like people like you. The Jesus Christ of the Bible did not like people like you.
He brings all this stuff up like he knows the Bible, and he's so reprobate. You know, it says that you can't receive these things, Joe.
You throw stones all the time. Jesus came to
telling you the
change
truth.
the Old Testament.
I'm telling you the truth,
He
Joe.
changed it
And all
and
you do
told
is
you
speak
don't
lies.
do that anymore.
Okay, I have to.
But you continue.
I have to respectfully disagree. I believe that God absolutely loves you and wants to draw you to Himself.
I told you everybody loves me.
Okay, and I
And all those mothers that he's turned their daughters into whores, I'm sure they love you too.
No, yeah, their
That's
mothers.
how, honestly,
a lot of them's mothers respect me. Believe me, they do.
Your own daughter. Didn't your own daughter get arrested for prostitution?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? I mean, that's
All right.
that's the fruit of his life.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so, and many
Man.
great men in this world, children, have done things that are wrong.
right.
Dude, don't group yourself with great men, Joe.
What's that
You're
got to
about
do
as
with, what's that
ungreat
got
as
to
they
do,
come.
what's that got to do with me?
Okay.
God loves you.
Now
That was your child.
let me
Parenting,
tell
I'm
you
going to tell you,
something.
parenting is a ministry.
That's
and your
your
job was to
nature.
teach that child how to go to heaven. And he taught her how to go to hell.
That's your nature. Your nature is to be an asshole. That's your nature. Just what you did. Now, in this argument, you can't win, so you want to bring my daughter into it?
No, I'm just bringing people so they
You're
can
just
see
a
the
dirty,
fruit of your life.
rotten piece of shit.
Wow, look at you. That's not very loving, Joe.
No, it's not. I said people love me.
Okay,
See
Joe.
what a hypocrite he is?
In my life,
Now,
actually,
you know what? I could not bring myself to love you. Believe me. Believe me, there's just no way.
But see, I love you
can't-
enough to tell you the truth, Joe.
I cannot love someone that would mistreat other people. I couldn't do that.
I don't mistreat him, Joe.
But
I
I
actually
can't-
care about
I
him.
also can't
You see,
hate
people
him.
actually get delivered by the preaching of the gospel. See, God chose that method of winning souls was preaching the gospel. But it says the preaching of the cross is foolishness to them that perish. That would be you. All right, but unto us that are saved is the power of God.
Well, you can say anything you want. You
Why
can
not?
make
Well,
up-
that's the word.
You can make up any
That's
story.
1
that
Corinthians 1:18. You can look it up.
Anybody could have made that up, right?
No. We have
Why?
100% accurate prophecy that proves us to be divine.
The book contradicts itself inside the book. What are you talking about?
Name one contradiction.
Well, JP brought up
Is it-
something, and then you brought up the next verse right after that, right? There's something
Right.
before. There's a little bit of
Yeah,
a
well,
contradiction.
Jesus, no, that's not a
So
contradiction.
you're denying there's any contradictions. I can't
Absolutely.
remember the contradictions, but
Right.
I know
And
there are
you,
some.
You can't remember any contradictions, yet you say it? That's pretty
I
foolish.
can't
Joe.
remember. No, I
You're
can't
saying
remember the
something you can't
contradictions.
back up?
Well, let's see.
Joe, you read the Bible.
There's
It's your only hope.
I'm trying to remember one. Quit talking.
Quit
Is
talking.
there
I want
any
to talk
way?
show you something.
Is there any way we could arrange where you
But
could go
I
to Joe's
guarantee there's
office and
contradictions
read the
in
Bible to him?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That would be like trying to get blood from a
But
stone.
wouldn't that work better than using the megaphone outside?
No, I use the megaphone so I don't have to scream. He says I was screaming. I get the megaphone so I can talk normal. All right, and I don't lose my voice.
That's just not so. That's not so. This guy does not talk normal through the megaphone.
Look at my YouTube videos.
scream.
and
Well, he
you'll
has
see
other guys. Some of them, he's usually calmer.